grab your controllers and put on your headsets and turn on your consoles because this is the Ready Player Pete Show! Hello everyone, and welcome to the Ready Player Pete Show. And today I'm going to review this game that is the continued story called Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. And it's a continued story that ever since when you beat the first security breach of the Five Nights at Freddy's security breach throughout the adventures between Freddy and Gregory, throughout their adventures in the whole Pizzaplex. And as you can see, because Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin is an add-on. So this is when this all began, because the first security breach you play as Gregory, and you play as him, and also the animatronic known himself as Freddy, the glam rock Freddy. That he and Gregory are gonna find out what is going on at the Pizzaplex and what's causing it to make the animatronics go insane, because because when they go insane, like, who is hacking the animatronics, and they've been like someone who hacked them, because they are hacked, and they've been mind controlled probably by Vanny. And during that security breach, it has many endings. The first one is many endings, like the fire escape ending, and also the front entrance ending, but that's a sad ending. And then that's a sad ending. We're in the front door, and the fire escape ending is when Freddy attacks Vanny from the roof, because when Freddy pull out the lighter, because his finger turns into a lighter, and then he flamed one of the Fazbear's plushes and make the whole place go on fire. But in the the true final battle is known as his enemy himself, known as Burn Trap. He's probably the true ending, and it's really a good ending, because ever since during the franchise, because in the below of the Pizzaplex is the place called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, because that Freddy Fazbear Pizza has been like trashed and wrecked and everything like it. It's like it's been back in the days of the other Five Nights at Freddy's games. So after the end of any endings, you can, whatever endings you choose, and then it moves on to the story to Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin. Now it's how the pizza place, the Pizzaplex collapsed, and the first security breach, because you play as in the game Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin, you play as Gregory's best friend named Cassie, because she is best friend to Cassie because Gregory is always be there for her birthday, and he always be there. He always remembered, because she got a message from Gregory, and that he's still trapped in the Pizzaplex. And when you started, when you play as Cassie, look at the whole place of the Pizzaplex, of the entire entrance. is the entire entrance is everything is destroyed, but and ever since the first one, whatever ending you beat the first security breach, and now and I'm gonna tell you this. This is and also the familiar animatronics that you've seen so far when you beat the first one. We all know Glamrock Freddy, because Glamrock Freddy is still alive in some way, but since the first one, and then he is alive throughout the adventure, because when the security breach ruin came in. That is exactly during the adventure of Cassie's adventure, when she sees Glamrock Freddy is now damaged. It's like, and there's something on the bottom of his foot that is on the bottom of his foot is like, it says prototype. It's like it says prototype, and then when she sees Freddy's body getting up, and then it's like if it says prototype, it's like a prototype animatronic body, but. Freddy is standing up when he's getting up, and suddenly, where's his head? Like, how did that happen? But I mean, like, whatever ending is Freddy is like, it's like whatever ending, like, what happened to Freddy's head? And it's like he's walking around a body without his head. And the next animatronic is still there is Roxanne Wolf. She's still alive in the first one, but ever since and here's the in this boss fight. During this boss fight with Roxanne Wolf, Gregory is found after Gregory repairs the go-kart robot head, and then he's driving around the go-kart racetrack, and then he's driving, and then Roxanne Wolf jumps off of the balcony, and then she landed down on the racetrack, and then Gregory had to jump out of this go-kart, and then the go-kart went over the track, and then hits Roxanne Wolf in the face, and when she's damaged only temporarily, but not fully offline, but we took her eyes, then she cannot see a thing, but she can hear you and smell you, but into far distance. But Roxanne Wolf is not even temporarily defeated, but and then ever since whatever ending, she's still alive, and she's still alive in the middle of in the security breach ruin, because she's and now in security breach ruin, she's still really operational, but she still cannot see, and she's still here and cannot smell, because she's fully crashed. But the good thing is about her that she still recognized Cassie. She still recognized Cassie that if she hears her voice, and the big-hearted scene, that she remembers her memory about Cassie, about her birthday, and she knows she's number one twice. And also that she always be her Cassie's number one, because and also she also remembers that Cassie likes carrot cake. That is a big-hearted scene, and the last we saw Roxanne Wolf, she's holding down this final battle is named this animatronic named the Mimic. It's a good thing she's there to save her life. And now the next animatronic his name is Glamrock Chica. Ever since the first security breach of her own boss fight, she got Gregory activate the crusher in the kitchen when he placed Monty's mystery mix. And then she got crushed on there, and then ever since the scene of her boss fight, you had to try to avoid her and try to escape and grab her voice box and to use it to upgrade Freddy. And then all you have to do is just have to escape from Chica no matter what. But she still loses her voice though, but she cannot speak. But she only does like screeching noise without if she doesn't have her voice. But since in the security breach ruined, she's still alive, but she still eats garbage and anything like it. And she looks torn apart, and she still even don't have her voice. But if you play this arcade game hidden somewhere in the ruin, it's called Feeding Frenzy, and this in order to win the waves in the arcade game, and if you win, if you see how many rounds you win, then you get a new voice box for Chica, and she's gonna be walking in the restroom, and she's be leaning against the wall, leaning and sitting down against the wall, and then place the voice box in her, and she can talk again if you win her a voice box. And last but not least, this and also this animatronic known as Montgomery Gator. Montgomery Gator, ever since in this boss fight, he is in the multi. His attraction is called multi golf, and he wants to see. He is a really tough animatronic, and in this boss fight, you have to to shoot some pitbull, the ball pit balls into the bucket in order to defeat him. And ever since after his defeat, when he fall down, his body got chopped off ever since he fell, and then he's walking with his arms, and then he's walking up, and during the final battle in the vents during the burn trap final boss fight, and then during the security breach ruin, he's still alive, but he doesn't talk. But he does talk in some ways, but he still roar like an alligator, like an actual animatronic alligator. Because we see the endoskeleton of him but the whole shell, but then we see a bit of his hair, but he's still there. But ever since when Cassie moved along to the side of the water during her adventure, then when she activated the button, and then he got electrocuted and got defeated. But what is probably what will happen to the animatronics though. So ever since it's up to Cassie to find and help Gregory, because Gregory is still trapped inside the Pizzaplex, but everything is just all a setup, because everything's all a setup, because she thought Gregory is still in the Pizzaplex, but Gregory did escape in the first, because Gregory's no longer in there, because ever since in the final battle in the final battle in the security breach ruin, that you had to run away from the mimic. You could do any ending like in the end, but I did the normal ending. I did the elevator, because I did the elevator ending because there's Gregory, and Gregory is speaking to Cassie in the elevator, because that wasn't Gregory inside the Pizzaplex the whole time. It was the mimic whose voice pretend. It was the mimic who voice pretend to play as Gregory. That he is still trapped in the Pizzaplex, and he's the one who sent the message to Cassie in order to get revenge that he's been down there in the sinkhole for a very long time. Now the Pizzaplex is destroyed and collapsed since and any ending in the first security breach, and that's because I always because it's always usual stuff like flashlight, and there's a fast wrench, and also there's also one last thing to know is the editing. The editing is like, he's pretty much like they say when I look in the other videos, he say that it's like probably like glitch trap or something, but the editing he's just if you put on the Vanny mask, he will appear, but you better be aware of him, because he will come by and then he'll send over some animatronics, or he'll game over you, or he'll game over you himself. So, but somehow he's probably always like to get in the way at some point. And also, and last but not least, ever since you last in the first security breach, the daycare attendants, Sundrop and Moondrop, that because Moondrop and Sundrop is well okay. That is like ever since that boss fight, all you have to do is just turn on the generators back on, turn the lights back on, and then he'll turn back into a sun. And then ever since all the endings, any ending, he turns collapsed, but he needs to reboot when he's damaged, in a damaged state, because he must be malfunctioning. He needs to be rebooted. And after, when Cassie is rebooted, when turning on the lights on around the daycare, then he turns to a regular sun, and he's gonna clean up the place and take Cassie into outside the daycare while he cleans it up. And that's what we last saw him during that part of the daycare. So this is all for today. Press like and subscribe, and play your comments down below. And I am Pete, and this is the Ready Player Pete Show. And coming next video is what is your top favorite Call of Duty multiplayer and zombie franchise, because one of these Call of Duty games it's gonna be about which one of these Call of Duty multiplayer and zombies, like which one of zombie maps are pretty much familiar, or they're different. If it's very interested, if it looks familiar or strange maps since you play it for a long time. So this is the Replay Pete Show, and I'll see you on the next level.